Now, in this video, we will study about the dosage form factor that influence the biopharmaceutics. See, dosage form factor is also called a pharmacotechnical technical factor. The first factor is the disintegration time. Disintegration time is of a particular importance in case of a dosage form like tablet and capsule. So, if a solid form doesn't conform to the DT, it is pertains the bioavailability problems because subsequent process of dissolution will be much slower and absorption may be significant. So, coated tablets, especially sugar coated tablets, has a longer DT, and rapid disintegration is important in the therapeutic success of the solid dosage form. So, DT of a tablet is directly related to the amount of the binder present and the compression force of the tablet. However, there are some variables like manufacturing variables. Manufacturing variables are it means when a drug dissolution is the single most important factor in the absorption of a drug, especially for most widely conventional solid dosage form tablet and capsule. The dosage form related that influence the dissolution and hence absorption of a drug in such a formulations are excipients and manufacturing process variable. So the first thing is the manufacturing processes, that is the method of granulation and compression force. So in a wet granulation method, it involves the three technique. The first is the is the manufacturer of a tablet and was thought to yield tablet that dissolve faster than those made by other granulation method. But the limitation of this method is the formation of crystal bridge by the presence of a liquid, or the liquid may act as a medium for affecting chemical reactions such as hydrolysis, and the drying step may harm the thermolayable drug. Second is the compression force. So the compression force is employed in tableting in process influence the density, porosity, hardness, disintegration time and dissolution of the tablet. Third is the intensity of a packing. See, like the compression force of a tablet, packing density in the case of a capsule dosage form on either exhibit or promote dissolution. The fusion of gastrointestinal fluid into the tightly filled capsules create a high pressure within the capsule, resulting in a rapid bursting and dissolution of contents. So opposite is also possible. It has been showing that the capsule with the finer particle and intense packing have a proper drug release and dissolution rate due to increase in the pore size of the compact and poor penetrability by the GI fluid. Next, if we talk about the formulation excipients, see, excipients are added to ensure acceptability, physiochemical stability during the shelf life, uniformity of the composition and dosage form, and optimum bioavailability and the functionality of the drug product. So the first thing is the vehicle, major component of oral and parenteral, and it contains three categories: aqueous, well, it is water and syrup; non-aqueous, water miscible, PEG like glycerol and sorbitol; and non-aqueous water miscible, that is the vegetable oil. So bioavailability of drug from the vehicle depend upon the large extent on the miscibility with the biological fluid. So the viscosity of the vehicle is also another factor in the limitation of the drug. So sometimes dilution of such vehicle with the body fluid results in the precipitation of drug in a fine particle. However, it will dissolve rapidly. Second is the diluent. Among organic diluent, carbohydrates are very much used, and one of the classic example means among inorganic diluent, it's DCP dicalcium phosphate is the commonly used. The drug diluent interaction will result in poor viability is that of tetracycline and DCP, in which it forms a divalent calcium tetracycline cycline complex which is poorly soluble and then unabsorbed. So the basic function of a diluent that are commonly added to the tablet of the formulation to if the required dose is inadequate to promote the necessary bulk. The third one is the binder granulating agent. So the binder and the granulating agents are used to hold the powders together to form granules or promote the cohesive compact of a directed compressible material and to ensure that the tablet remain intact after a compression. So popular binders such as natural, semi-synthetic and synthetic like starch, cellulose derivatives, acacia, PVP, etc. has been used, and other include gelatin and the sugar solution. Next one is the lubricant and anti-frictional agent. See, these agents are added to aid the formulation properties of a powder and to reduce the interparticle friction so that sticking or adhesion of a particle to the dye and purging didn't happen. For this, lubricants, the alternative is generally talc and magnesium stearate has been used, and soluble lubricants like SLS, sodium lauryl sulfate, and carboxyls are also used to promote the drug dissolution. Next one is the coating: antric coated, sugar coated, and then non-antric film coated. So in coatings, when we go to the coatings, dissolution profile will of certain coating material will change on the aging. However, it can be prevented by incorporating little PVP in the coating solution. Next is the suspending viscosity agent. The suspending agents are used to suspend the particle in a suspension, and this and to stabilize the solid particles by reducing the rate of settling through the in the suspension, we increases the viscosity of the medium by use of various viscosity imparters such as CMC. So an increase in viscosity by this agent act as a mechanical barrier to the diffusion of a drug from the dosage form into the bulk of the GI fluid and from GI fluid to the mucosal lining of the forming a viscid layer. Next one is the surfactant. Surfactant are used as a wetting agent, solubilizer, emulsifier. On drug absorption, they form complex, enhance or retard the drug absorption either by interacting with drug or membrane or both. Next is the buffer. Buffer are used in creating the right atmosphere for drug dissolution. So generally buffer are systems containing potassium cation inhibit the drug absorption as seen in the vitamin B2 and sulfonamide. So generally they are added to maintain a particular pH. Next is the complexing agent. Complexing agents are used to alter physiochemical and biopharmaceutical property of a drug. So a complex drug may affect the stability, solubility, molecular size, partition coefficient, diffusion coefficient. Next one is the colorant. Colorant are generally used to make the tablet colorful, or sometime we used to use low concentration of water soluble dye, so it can affect the dissolution rate of several crystalline drug. For example, drug dye molecule get absorbed on the crystal faces and inhibit drug dissolution. For example, brilliant brew, it retards the dissolution rate of sulfathiazole. Next is the crystal growth inhibitor. Crystal growth inhibitor generally PVP, HPMC, PAC, PVA, polyvinyl alcohol, and other hydrophilic polymers has been used to retard the prevent or prolong the supersaturation, thus preventing crystallization by increasing the viscosity of a vehicle, preventing the conversion of high energy matter stable polymorph into stable and absorbing on the face of the crystal, thus reducing the crystal growth.